Thanks for joining us for the first edition of our 6 p.m. news this week over Camdis Television. Let's begin with our headlines. The Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education and Chancellor of Academic Orders, Professor Jacques Famndongo, has presided over a march by students of state universities in support of President Paul Biya held within the framework of the Youth Fortnight. And out of the country, a major law enforcement operation in Senegal has exposed a deeply disturbing criminal network exploiting children across borders, resulting in the arrest of 14 people. You have these stories and more in a bit. Thanks once more for us. As you heard in one of our headlines, in a notable demonstrations of appreciation and patriotic engagement, students from across state universities have this February 9th, 2026 staged a symbolic march to thank President Paul Biya for his transformative educational policies. Their march from the reunification monument to the Ministry of Higher Education was led by the Minister, Professor Jacques Famndongo. Let's get details from Madoshe Kuyate and Melanimbo.
President Paul Biya, the president of the new university governance. The path chosen was itself the message. In a deliberate procession, students from Cameroon State University shattered a course of profound symbolic weight from the iconic reunification monument through Poste Centrale to the doors of the Ministry of Higher Education. This was not a random route but a physical allegory tracing a line from the nation's fundamental pillar of unity directly to the engine of its academic future.
Here to send a message about his project of the young people, and we are so happy of his project about the young people.
Student delegates addressed the nation, delivering a heartfelt speech that specifically praised President Paul Biya's transformative policies in higher education.
The youths of nowadays go to school and at the end they have almost nothing to do. So this is a very great step. This is a very great decision which the government has taken, which is going to help some of us, and especially youths who are suffering, youths who are struggling to go to school, to have something to do at the end of their academic life. So today was a day of thanksgiving to the head of state for this decision which he has put in place.
Their gratitude extended to the recent integration of 1,000 graduates into the civil service, which they viewed as a tangible commitment to equity and meritocracy. The students in turn pledged to honor this trust. They vowed to become worthy ambassadors of the presidential vision, committing themselves to intellectual rigor, moral integrity, and dedicated service to Cameroon.
The 9th of February 2026, we are expressing thanks to the head of state for the reopening of entrance into the higher school of teachers training and the recruitment of auditeur libres, 1,000 auditeur libres, that is those who have gone through these trainings and have completed it successfully.
They highlighted the critical reopening of doctorate schools and the relaunch of national competitive examinations as the pivotal actions that have restored hope and created concrete opportunities for researchers and graduates alike.
Paul Biya, President of the Republic, head of state, is indicative of your maturity and patriotism. Thank you sincerely for this gesture and provide you to faithfully transmit your goodwill message to the head of state.
The march from the reunification monument to the Ministry of Higher Education as a powerful metaphor for the students' recognition of their role in continuing the nation's journey toward unity, stability, and prosperity under the current framework.
We are still talking news in connection to the Youth Week, where the Esplanade of the Yaoundé National Museum has been hosting the Youth Village for several days now. The local initiative aims to showcase the diverse talents of young people in gastronomy, traditional medicine, and digital technology. Elize Yanda and Sharon Aratani visited the site this Monday, January 9, 2026, and brought back the following report.
The Youth Village at the National Museum in Yaoundé is abuzz with excitement, showcasing Cameroon's rich cultural heritage and innovative spirit. The event highlights local ingenuity with young researchers presenting traditional medicine and modern preservation methods. It's a medicine more rooted in traditional healing, transforming administered plants. It's a very valuable product, even though we transform our therapeutic plants into pathogen products, so we can treat pathogenic diseases. And these products are made from plants, grains, leaves, and even soils. We have the product, and I must talk a bit about the product made from garlic, which I call at my level essential garlic. It cures hypertension, cancer, and diabetes. Visitors can sample both culinary fusions, natural products, and innovative food technologies, including garlic-based remedies for hypertension, cancer, and diabetes. No coloring, no additives, apart from water and fruits. Currently in the machine, we have ice cream made from baobab. But apart from that, we make ice cream with all the fruits and different ones we can transform. And on the other side, we have fruit juice, pineapple juice, soursop juice, guava juice. We have dehydrated saffos. This means you can consume saffos, being seasonal fruits, being dehydrated. You can consume them at any time. We also have dehydrated pineapples. The event demonstrates the potentials of Cameroon's youth to drive national entrepreneurship and development.
In prelude to the 66th National Youth Day, exchanges between members of government and the youth at the Yaoundé National Museum, that is the Youth Village, have highlighted significant steps being taken to empower young people and support their socio-economic integration, with focus on entrepreneurship opportunities and job prospects that will shape the country's future. These efforts aim to create a brighter future of Cameroon's youth. Let's get details from Melanimbo.
Marking the 60th anniversary of Youth Day, Cameroon transformed preparations into a concrete dialogue with the landmark gathering. The event moved beyond preparations to forge direct connections between the government and the youth. This event is part of the 60th anniversary celebration of Youth Day. We have brought together young people from various educational backgrounds, including basic education, secondary education, higher education, and professional schools under the Ministry of Employment and Vocational Training. This gathering allows young Cameroonians from diverse backgrounds, youth associations, civil society, academia, and the professional world to gain a deeper understanding of the socio-economic integration of Cameroonian youth. Specifically, we aim to provide information on entrepreneurship opportunities and job prospects being implemented by the Cameroonian government to support its youth.
Pouvoir avoir plus ample information sur l'insertion socio-économique des jeunes Camerounais, sur les opportunités d'entrepreneuriat, les opportunités d'emploi qui sont mises en œuvre par le gouvernement camerounais en faveur de la jeunesse camerounaise.
The initiative took a strategic step by empowering attendees to become catalysts for change within their own communities. A central pillar of the event was the call of these young participants to become official ambassadors.
The answer she gave was that most Cameroonians now should look towards the technical section and also integrate the artificial intelligence so that it will help shape the way we are going to face the future, because it's all about the technical aspect and not the grammar aspect, and we should look around our environment and to see what problem we can solve. So
their mandate is clear: to take ownership of the opportunities offered by various ministerial departments and to raise awareness among their peers. For promoting projects and programs in favor of Cameroonian youth, their role is to take ownership of the opportunities offered by various ministerial departments and to raise awareness among their peers in their communities. The goal is to bridge the communication gap between the government and the Cameroonian youth by allowing information to flow better and encourage. The dialogue was framed within the broader context of national policy with a clear call to action for all stakeholders. Participants were reminded that the vision outlined by the head of state for his 7-year term relies on effective execution at all levels. The head of state in this 7th-year term has been able to turn expectations into concrete actions, and these actions can only materialize when young people have a listening ear from government members, so they can implement the challenges and advocacy that young people formulate regarding their various ministerial departments in order to bring concrete solutions to the needs of young people. The event therefore established a collaborative framework. The government presents a toolbox of opportunities. Young people are trained to disseminate this information wide, and ministerial departments are called upon to listen and act on the specific challenges raised. This tripartite model aims to move from advocacy to implementation.
Let's now take you over to the northwest region of the country, where the Northwest Regional Delegate of Youth and Civic Education, Odilia Banyui, has successfully coordinated the election of the regional coordinator of the network of junior parliamentarians of the region, marking in the empowerment of young leaders in the region. The election, which took place this Monday, January 9, 2026, was conducted freely and fairly following the established text and procedures. Bertrand Tita is in Bamenda in the following report.
The election is part of the event marking the 60th Youth Day celebrations, as announced by the Minister of Youth Affairs and Civic Education, Monona Futso, in a release dated January 20th, 2026. The ministers plan to establish a national network of junior parliamentarians aimed to coordinate the activities of young leaders throughout the country, and the election of the regional coordinator is a crucial step towards achieving this goal.
Elected various regional coordinators and delegates that were sending to Yaoundé as 1 month. We're so happy the election was free and fair, and we follow the text which says each position should be elected in universal suffrage, which we gave that opportunity for all the youth to openly elect their leaders in the various positions. And I think that is under the Cameroon National Youth Council as a big umbrella covering all youth movement in the Republic of Cameroon. We are going to give them our maximum support to see that we accompany them to achieve the goals and objectives set down by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Civic Education.
Bila Fukwang emerged victorious, securing 11 votes against 4, and has pledged to work tirelessly for the interests of the youth, promoting patriotism, bringing opportunities to their doorsteps.
Our principal responsibility is patriotism, good collaboration among us, is to come out massively and do sensitization of patriotisms, of our civic responsibilities. The youth are the key, are the role model for development. So carrying this mandate which the youth have given to me, we will present our project to ensure that we are part of decision making in every process, in every sectoral ministry represented in this region.
The regional delegate who oversaw the election has assured the newly elected regional coordinators of the support, urging them to capitalize on the opportunities available to them.
They are my children, you know, they are my children. The way I accompanied the Cameroon National Youth Council and Connect is the same way I'm going to coordinate them. I have to educate them on the advantages that they have to be part of this network.
The election brought together delegates from the 7 divisions of the Northwest region, who also elected representatives to participate in the national level elections. The regional delegate cautioned the youth, emphasizing the importance of seizing the opportunity presented by the government. The event marks a significant step towards the establishment of a strong and vibrant network of young leaders in the Northwest region, and the newly elected regional coordinator is poised to play a key role in shaping the future of the region's youth.
From the Northwest region, we bring you back to the Center region to talk news away from the Youth Week, where in a decision move to boost economic governance, the Public Treasury convened its annual assembly in Olezua this week, charting an aggressive course for the modernization of Cameroon's financial infrastructure. The gathering underscored a clear mission to transform treasury management through cutting-edge tools, ensuring the state is fully equipped to execute its ambitious development agenda. Let's get details from Elise Yanda and Melanimbo.
Building upon a foundation of significant achievement, Cameroon's public treasury has embarked on a transformative modernization strategy. Central to this new direction is a comprehensive digitalization drive and capital market expansion designed to enhance efficiency, transparency, and a robust financing of national development projects. The meeting reviewed key milestones of 2025, underscoring the institution's growing capacity. This retrospective connected past achievement to a forward-looking agenda, setting the stage for a new phase of innovation and growth.
Our CEMAC market, the capital money market, is virtually saturated and characterized by high interest rates, very short maturities, and the volumes that are not important. I mean, you cannot get 100 billion on the market just like that. So that's why we are forced to modernize our instruments by digitalization. Through the fintechs, we have some fintechs that are coming up, and through which you can have using mobile money, people subscribing for public securities, even from 1,000 francs, 2,000, 10,000, and you have a lot of people subscribing, and which can come up with even better results than having just maybe 10 institutional investors.
At the core of the new strategy is a sweeping digitalization initiative launched in 2025. This aims to revolutionize treasury management systems, increase operational efficiency, and ensure greater transparency, streamlining processes to overcome bureaucratic hurdles in public finance. A strategic pillar involves deliberately broadening the secondary market. This expansion seeks to unlock new funding and liquidity sources, strengthening the state's ability to meet its commitments and finance projects aligned with national development goals.
Actually modernizing and developing the secondary market. If you look at the statistics, as of 30th of September 2025, 65% of treasury bonds were held by banks, whereas these banks have to buy these treasury bonds to sell to their clients in the secondary market. And the secondary market is not well developed. You need technology, you need information, you need to know. So it's all these instruments that we're trying to put in place just to see what is happening in other countries, to see how we can modernize and get more money to finance the economy.
The meeting has repositioned the public treasury as a dynamic engine for Cameroon's growth. By uniting past strengths with a bold digital strategy, the institution aims to proactively power the nation's development projects in the coming years.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, it is the 6 p.m. news over Camdis Television. Let's now take a tour out of the country. First stop will be in Senegal. As you heard in one of our lead stories, a major law enforcement operation in Senegal has exposed a deeply disturbing criminal network exploiting children across borders, resulting in the arrest of 14 people. Authorities move swiftly to dismantle the riot, rescue victims, and investigate those responsible, underscoring the ongoing global fight against transnational organized crime and child exploitation. Second stop will be in Eritrea and then Morocco. These stories are compiled in the following report. A chilling transnational crime network has been uncovered in Senegal after police arrested 14 people accused of operating an organized pedophile ring between Senegal and France since 2017. The Senegalese suspects face charges including rape of minors, organized pedophilia, and deliberate transmission of HIV/AIDS, with some allegedly acting under the direction of a French national arrested last year. Authorities say young boys were forced into unprotected sexual acts, some reportedly filmed during raids carried out in Dakar and Kaolack. A sharp diplomatic standoff is unfolding in the Horn of Africa as Eritrea flatly dismissed Ethiopia's claims that its troops are operating on Ethiopian soil. Asmara described the accusations as false and fabricated after Addis Ababa demanded an Eritrean withdrawal, alleging support for insurgents battling federal forces in the Amhara region. Eritrean officials insist they have no intention of escalating tensions, but the dispute revives a long history of hostility between the two neighbors whose fragile ties strained since the deadly Tigray War and compounded by disagreements over troop movements, rebel alliances, and Ethiopia's quest for sea access remain deeply unstable. A desperate call echoing from mosque loudspeakers marked the start of a mass exodus in northern Morocco, where relentless rains and surging floodwaters have forced more than 150,000 people from their homes in just 1 week. Villages were submerged, families, children, and the elderly included were rescued from rooftops by boats and helicopters, and at least 4 lives, among them a 2-year-old, were lost, with 1 person still missing. Now sheltered in vast tent camps near Kinitra, survivors face cold, fear, and uncertainty as they await the chance to return home in a region once again reminded of the deadly toll of extreme weather sweeping across North Africa and beyond. And it is with that news out of the country, ladies and gentlemen, that we set the curtains to this edition of our 6 p.m. news over Kamdis Television. It was a pleasure staying with you, but do not go nowhere. Up next is Selak 2, a presentation of Tabi Klaksu. Stay tuned.